Bashers. Hey everybody, hey Bashers, how are you? It is 5 o'clock. It's Dirk. It's time for Trashy Thursday. Jocelyn got it right. I was looking for an inspiration from West Side Story. Gay, gay. I was on the phone with the big guy earlier, and we were talking about I should do watch reviews. He goes, celebrity reviews would be great because just don't do Judy Garland. I almost peed in my pants. It was so funny. How are you, Bashers, today? It is Thursday. Big Guy's going to be traveling. So tomorrow is likely no classic Bashers, which means Dirk's going on the road. I'm going to do a live Basheroony with my DJI mic and all my cool stuff. And you tell me where you want me to go tomorrow, what you want me to do. Do you want me to go to the zoo? Do you want me to go to see all the hookers and sex shops and drug addicts and all that stuff, or you want me to go to like where museums are or wherever? It's supposed to be a nice day. 5 o'clock. Meet me here tomorrow, and I'll be doing a live walkabout in the city of New York for you. Because why not? Because there's no classic Bashers because he's a traveling. So can do. I can do a bash. He can't do a bash. No can do. Ray Ray is in at number one. Now these are my type of cool cats. Who doesn't like some cats that are smoking and drinking and being trashy and having the cops come around? Carolyn Merton says she'll take number two. But Ray Ray says, as a gent, as you are, Dirk, may I hand first place over to Carolyn, please? Indeed you may. Carolyn Martin, you should expect a song because you're now Basher of the Day. Because he's so nice. Dave Fahrenheit 451 upvoted. Yay! Great for the upvote. Starting off, as always, well, not up lately. I don't know where you've been sleeping. I'm working till 5:30. Upvote and subscribe, everybody. Be an inspiration. Be an inspiration. And try to be kind to those who are unkind. You know what? Or fuck them. That's my thing now. After seeing all that, after what I learned on Monday, I'm just like, ooh, man, it's hard to be nice to mean people. It's hard to be nice to bad people. Really hard, man. I'm only human, of flesh and blood I'm made. Started off with the super chat gong, as we always do. We're gonna hit him up with Andrew Olkowicz, Canadian, $10. Yeah. I think from now on, I'm going to change the outro to the show is, and if you're a douche, go F yourself. Damn it. Oh, man, that's really hot. These cups keep this. I brewed this like 10 minutes ago. That's hot. That's hot. God damn it. Hot. Let's curse all day and be trashy, because why not? Gabri says it's a YMC cover vibe. Oh, man. I suggest everybody go and everybody knows all the big Macho Man, YMCA. We all know that stuff. People don't even. Donald Trump didn't realize that YMCA is a gay anthem about having sex at the fucking gym because he just doesn't. I don't know. He just doesn't get it. They're like YMCA, but there's a song that is so catchy by them, and it's late period Village People, and we watch it every once in a while, and it's just infectious. It was from an album called Renaissance, and the song is called 5 o'clock in the morning. Now that can mean a lot of different things, but you got to watch this. They're wearing like new romantic makeup, and they got rid of their cowboy Indian motifs, and they adopted a new persona, I think only once, and it was not very successful, but it was at the very tail end of the disco era, and so it's kind of techno. It's kind of a techno song. It's called 5 o'clock in the morning, and I find it fascinating. I don't know why, but I find it fascinating. It sounds kind of low today, right? Did it sound kind of low? It did. Yeah, it's weird. It's because I was singing all day, because that there's a German guitar player that I occasionally collaborate with, and he sent me a new track to write something on. So I was working on that all day. So that's why I probably sound extremely deep, because I was singing all day. Andrew wants to know, wondering if Dirk has handcuffs and a bully bat. Is that what you like, Andrew? Jocelyn Bittenbender wants to know, are they sharks or jets? Well, they definitely have to be jets, I guess, because the sharks just wear like shiny Latino shirts, and those guys are just trashy white guys. So there you go. When you're red jet, I don't know the words. I should pretend like I do. Did anybody see the Steven Spielberg version of West Side Story? A movie that never, ever, ever, ever needed to be remade. ever. For what reason would you remake that? However, it was really good because he's a genius, and it was really very well done. Unfortunately, after the fact, I found out that all the vocals were auto-tuned or were melodined, which is so sad because that girl is very good. I forget her name off the top of my head. And then the guy from Baby Driver, they were good, but it was all fixed. That sucks. At least Natalie Wood was dubbed. That was Marnie Nixon. Nick Sisto's in the room. Hello, all. Kevin Landon's number 6 today. I will see it live. Best wishes to Dirk and all the Bashers. Best wishes to you, Kevin Landon. Melissy. Good day to Dirk and all the Bashers. Happy Friday Eve. It is Friday Eve. So tomorrow we'll go on the Basher Bow to the ends of the world. You know what sucks though? I can't use the... I have to figure out a way to get this. I will be able to put it on after the fact. But when I go live, I can't play the tunes because YouTube won't let me. I have to use the third-party software, which I can't use on a live thing because the quality is so crap. Why can't they just get their act together so I can have all the bells and whistles and gong? I can't have any of that stuff because when I switch to just straight up YouTube, me to you, directly through YouTube, the quality is fantastic. And it can be in as best, it can be better than 1080p, almost 4K if I shoot it in 4K, depending on where I am. But I can't do that otherwise. But I'll edit it back in when I'm done. But it's just kind of sad. I love opening with the show with the themes. The themes are great. Ravi says, sorry, Dirk, but you don't look good in uniform. Still lovely, though. Really? I don't look good in a uniform. Damn it. It's not really me. It's the AI me. Mart says, let the fun begin. Upvote and subscribe or miss out. Ray, what's more important is, do you look good in uniform? Oh, he spelled Krupke right. I spelled it wrong. That's the right way to spell it. Handsome Joe LaFaro. Good afternoon, Officer Krupke and Thursday Bashers. I was like, when I was typing it, I was like, is that right? No, he got it right. That's how you spell it. Gee, Officer Krupke, I'm a thrill. I don't know any of the words. I know tonight, and I know somewhere. I mean, I know all the songs, but the lyrics that I know the songs to are the somewhere. Tonight, what's the other one? I know all the words to could it be? Yes, it could. Maybe something's coming, something good. That's because of Barbra Streisand's Broadway album, which I was obsessed with when I was a youngin'. CW Watch Enthusiast, otherwise known as Fergal, is here. Hey, Dirk and all the Bashers. Great to see you, Fergal. How are you? Gee, Officer Dirk, please clean up Manhattan. Yeah, I'd like to. I don't know. We need to get rid of all the bullshit politicians who everybody's like, oh, we need somebody who's going to just understand our feelings and let us all run wild and let us do terrible things and be crappy people. We need, like, I hate to say this, but you know what? Rudy Giuliani was an incredible mayor. I know he's batshit crazy now. Well aware of that. Well aware. But when he was the mayor of New York City, the cops were the cops again, and the criminals were the criminals again. And you know what? People got locked up, and there was a lot less crime. The cities got clean. The whole city got cleaned up. And then Bloomberg was like the perfect version, except he was probably making a lot of money off of it. But he was terrific. That was a golden age. It was a new golden age of New York after the darkest hour of David Dinkins and Ed Koch and Abraham Beam. We had these terrible, terrible guys that were just, ugh. And you know what? He was nuts, but he wasn't nuts then. He was America's mayor. Everybody loved him. Remember that? He was America's mayor. I know people far away, if you don't know who these people are, you probably do, because Rudy Giuliani's made headlines for being crazy and owing a lot of girls money for a lot of bad stuff. Crazy. Daniel Gutierrez says, hello, bastards. Lord H. Good day. Oh, good day to you. Dean's here. Fashion police gone wrong. Wah, 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 wah. Hey, you can look stylish in a motorcycle jacket and what do you call those boots? The big type boots that you pull over. But there's a name for them. Chuck boots or whatever the hell they are. They look great. Prush in Stuttgart is here. Good day, Bashers. Good day to you. Haven't seen you in a while. Great to see you, Prush Stuttgart. Amazing. Andy M. We all know who you are. Good day to you. Give the kids a big kiss. And the Melly C, sir, I hope you and yours are all well. We are, I hope. Dean says, cool. Don't forget all the right cables. No buying fake crap. You know what's really funny about that cable that I bought? It's pretty good. I've actually been using it around the house. And it's not bad. This is it right here. I used it today, as a matter of fact. It's not so bad. I will remember every single cable. I promise. I have one battery. Here's my battery. I have one battery. I only need one battery. 40,000 amps. 40,000. I could charge like my phone, the gimbal, whatever needs to. I don't. These things, they have 12 hours of battery, and I have two of them. So here's the stuff. Full charge. You can see it's lit up. And if this one goes down, I have that one ready to go. Pretty good. I'm good. The only thing I need to bring with me, battery and a USB-C to Lightning and a USB-C to USB-C. And that's it. And I'm done. I got a little list and I have like a little separate bag now. So it's pretty good. Melly C says, on the upside, being nice to horrible people really gets on their nerves. It does. Kill people with kindness. When somebody's a real you can just be super sugary to them. It drives them crazy. And why shouldn't you? Ladies and gentlemen, it's Lord with the Passport. I haven't seen you in forever. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Glad to be here this evening. We're happy to have you. Great to see you. How are you, Lord with the Passport? What's going on in your world? What are you wearing today? Because he's got very interesting watches. Yeah. My video's kind of leveled off, but we tweaked it a little bit today. I don't know. It's my first real content. This is real content to me, but my first video, it's kind of stalled around 2000, which isn't great, but it's been good for me. And like I always said, it is quality, not quantity, that I care about. I don't give a shit. I saw something on social media that Paramount is bringing back a new version of The Godfather with Javier Bardem. Has anyone heard if this is real? Can they please leave The Godfather alone? Now, I just couple. What was it called? The Deal, or there was a making of. There was a making of a mini series about The Godfather. I forget what it was called. It was called The Something, and it was with the guy from Whiplash. I don't remember his name, and it was good. It was an interesting thing about how hard it was to get that movie made, and et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. It was all about the wheels and deals, and that there was some mob stuff involved, and the mob was really angry at them for this, that, or the other. But I am currently listening to Al Pacino's book, and I listen to it at night, so I tend to fall asleep. So I have to go back and go, oh yeah, I heard that already. He's up to the part where he's talking about The Godfather and how, they did not want him. Paramount did not want him to be Michael Corleone. Did not want that at all. But here's a very interesting piece of information. When, I don't know if anybody knew this, but you've seen The Godfather, most of you. Their last name, was not Corleone. Their name was changed at Ellis Island, which we now know never happened. They didn't change people's name at Ellis. They didn't. But apparently in the movie, in the book, they changed the name to Corleone because that's the town they came from in Sicily. Well, it turns out Al Pacino's actual grandfather comes from Corleone in Italy. And he said just so many things. He couldn't believe that the way he got the job was very interesting. He was a Broadway actor, and he had done he hadn't even done a movie called Panic in Needle Park, which was his first real film. But he was about to get a film that fell through, and he got a call from a very young new writer named Francis Ford Coppola. And he had written a kind of a romance about these two people who are on drugs, and they blah, 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 and the hijinks. He went out to San Francisco. He met him. They talked about it. The financing fell through. It never happened. 6 years later, he gets a call. He's on Broadway, and he gets a call from Francis, and he says, Godfather's already a literary phenomenon. It's a really huge book. And he calls him up and he says, I'm thinking about you for Michael Corleone. He goes, I read The Godfather. I'm not Michael Corleone. What are you, out of your mind? Why would you think me? He goes, because I've seen you in so many of your plays. And he had already won a Tony Award, which I was not aware of. I was not aware of the fact that he had a Tony Award very, very early in his career. So now I'm up to the part where Paramount doesn't like him, and they've agreed to allow him to do a screen test. And apparently the screen test was fantastic, and the studio still wasn't banking on him because they don't think Al Pacino. He's a stage actor. Isn't that funny? No one thinks of him as a stage actor. Now you don't. He's a terrific stage actor, but they don't think of it. So Paramount is about to give Francis Ford Coppola an ultimatum to get rid of him. They're a week into shooting, and they just don't think he's right. So I don't know if you know this story, but it's a really cool one. Francis Ford Coppola immediately moves up the scene where he kills Salazzo, where he kills him and the cop in the restaurant up in the Bronx, because he knew that's going to be a pivotal scene. And so they filmed that scene, and that's what they showed at Paramount, and they let him stay. And I just got to that part. So there's more for me to learn, but fascinating. Imagine that if Al Pacino wasn't in The Godfather. Imagine that. Casting is everything when you mess up a movie. Like a couple of movies I've always bitched about is Matthew McConaughey, who's an actor who I do not enjoy. I don't think he's a bad actor. I just don't like his thing. He's always Matthew McConaughey. Hey, he's always that thing. He was in Interstellar, which I was waiting for about a decade for. It was Steven Spielberg was going to do it. It's Kip Thorne's incredible. What did he write? His entry in the scientific journals and his theories and all the stuff. His theoretic essay, and turns out Matthew McConaughey got to be the star of that. And then Matthew McConaughey was in Contact, which is Carl Sagan, and he was in that too. It's like I'm not going to wait for movies anymore because I know they're going to cast Matthew McConaughey. No thanks. Time flies. Number 20 upvoted. Please give Dirk your upvote. Please upvote. It's right down there. If you can upvote, give it a thumbs up. If you like the content, if you like all the people on the left-hand side of your screen, they're the best people in the whole wide world. They could be your friends. They could be people you rely on. They could be people who pay you forward, and vice versa. Because that gang right there, this gang, they're the best people in the whole wide world. Softcore Terricore 5 British sterling. I like how the British always say it was only £10. 10. They never say pounds. We do that. If we talk about pounds, which we do occasionally. Oh, right. I went to dinner and it was only £12. It's interesting. It's like it's plural, right? I don't know. They invented it, not us. Sidebar, just ordered some Hackett bespoke eau de parfum to try. Recently tried Chopard Black Incense Malachi. Jesus, strong, blimey. Well, yeah, I mean, it can be, if you get a parfum is very, very, very strong. It's an undiluted Verzione. So you got to be very careful about parfum. That's why women who buy great perfume, tend to have those bottles for ages, years and years and years, because just a little dab will do you. Little dab will do you. Anybody know what brand that's from? A little dab will do you. Hello, he's thirsty. Thirsty Thursday. All right. What do you do? What are you up to? Fantastic. He's home in Ireland. That's good to know. Dean, Frankie Goes to Hollywood celebrates 40. Yeah, but is Holly Johnson involved in that? Holly Johnson's a bit of a I enjoyed Frankie Goes to Hollywood. It was the first digital album I think ever made. Welcome to the Pleasure Dome. Great one. Trevor Hoon. They were big over here too. Relax was big, and Two Tribes go to war. I watched them making the band. Did you guys remember that thing where they tried to reunite, or bands reunited? And he was just so not into it. I felt bad for him. I felt bad. Daniel said, wondering if Elton's having the red breast. Probably. Yeah, Joe LaFaro says, Giuliani, best mayor he was, because you lived through it. We lived through it, man. We lived through it. You know, I mean, sometimes you just need a hard ass to go, this guy, he's corrupt. You know, the criminals are on it. Everybody's just, there's drug addicts and hookers and everything's filthy again. After that, after all that hard work that those two guys, pre-crazy Giuliani and then Bloomberg, just such a shame that all of that amazing stuff. When 9/11 happened here in New York City, it was towards the end of Rudolph Giuliani's tenure here, and he really wanted to see if he could change the law to stay mayor for another 3 years, and it was denied. Oddly enough, Bloomberg was able to get a third term, and people were like, "That's not fair," because he opposed Giuliani doing it, but it worked for him. But that's politics, kids, isn't it? You know, what works for me doesn't have to work for you. And that's the shame. That's the sin. But you know, it doesn't matter. Bloomberg was a terrific mayor. He pretty much, I don't care what he does capitalist wise on the side, what kind of bajillions he makes. City was clean. City was safe. You felt good. Subways were great. Subways are filthy again. It's a cesspool. It is the real serious escape from New York moment. With it, we have been in super bad hands since that last jackass and then this current jackass. They're just the worst. And this guy's so arrogant, and he just, ugh. Shame. But Giuliani was the best mayor. Lord with passport in the house. That's right. There's Elton. It's Elton. Angelo Minichello's in the room. Hi, all. How are you? What are you doing up? Angelo Minichello. Andy M says, I feel like I'm a dirty secret. You were for the longest time. I love the little. How did you get that emoji on there? That's pretty fantastic. It's just so interesting that none of us knew that for the longest time, that the incomparable Melly C and Andy M were a couple. I celebrate you. I celebrate you both. Speaking of handsome Joe LaFaro, I'm enjoying this. Look at this illusion. It's like my coffee is floating in glass, but it's not. It's double walled. I once had, I forget the name of the brand, like Bobele or Bubla, some brand years ago. And I don't know what happened to those glasses. I had 2 of them. That is fantastic. And that coffee. That is the Drew B Fabulous Brew. Kevin Landon, is anyone else having problems with buffering? Dirk is in suspended animation. Is that true? Am I? Looks good on my end. Anybody else having a hard time? Oh, I hope not. I am plugged into the internet. I am not on the road. I'm frozen, huh? Anybody else think I'm frozen? Elton says, what's the story, Daniel? Ray, so they named you twice. Stop, ba-dum-bum. That's cool. Look at that. That's something interesting. Is that Japanese? Forgive me for not knowing my Asian characters, but it might be. Web 1. Hello, Web 1. Don't forget the GPS, Dirk. That's one time I got lost in a forest. Come on. He says, Daniel-san. It's pretty good. I would love to get Starlink for iPhone, but it's not available yet. Ray says, Dirk, I wore a uniform for 24 years. Yeah, I want a photo. Yeah, you going to send me a photo, Ray? I got some photos ready. I got Steve. I got James M. I got Vitali, Angelo, Joe LaFaro. Got a lot of people ready for the Gallery of Bastards. You should be one too, right? Gabari says, Whiplash, what a great film. Now, I'll tell you something. That was a very brutal version of what can happen at a music school. And I will say this, and I have many fond memories of a teacher that he was my voice instructor for a very, very long time. And he was a professor at Juilliard. He was incredible. And he used to whack me and smack me and bang me. And I didn't take offense to it. I didn't feel like I was being abused or anything like that. That was very violent in Whiplash. But I used to always go to rehearsal and be like, oh man, Marty slapped me so hard today. He'd be like, cut it out, cut this out, cut this. He was always looking for a loose, slack jaw, and soft palate to shape your notes and get your things going. But Whiplash was extremely. I enjoyed the shit out of it. I love J.K. Simmons. I think he won an Oscar for it, and he deserved it. Oscars often go to people who don't deserve it because of political bullshit and all of that crap. I don't get it. Oh, we owe them because blah blah blah, because they're blah blah blah. It's nonsense. Give the job to the best person, the person who did the best job. Who cares? Who cares? Who cares? I don't care. Who cares? Carolyn Martin says, who cares? I don't care. You care. Crazy town. Oh my God, giant Happy Meal. Thank you with the $20. Best goatee on YouTube, Dirk. I'm gonna do the Fu Manchu. I'm gonna do it tonight. Waiting for the Fu Manchu. It's gonna happen. Oh, there it is. CDLLC appreciation. SC cheers. I'm gonna get rid of it. But you know what I had to do? I had to grow out this. See the angle? I had to have the angle. So I've been working on it for the last week. Because you can't have a Fu Manchu unless it comes out a little bit. So you can look like a biker. And then I could go biking with Jim Lassick and company. Wouldn't that be great? Thank you for the massive super chat. So much appreciated. Mega super chat. That's a big explosion. Yeah. Thank you, Happy. Thank you, Happy, so much. Who cares? And is anyone else having buffering problems along with Kevin Landon? I hope not. I've got gigabit Ethernet, and I am plugged straight in, and I hope it's coming out okay for you. Ray, did you send me a picture of you? I love a man in uniform. Where is that? Who doesn't love a man in uniform? Everybody does. Plumbers, firemen, I use this to generate my photographs. I use my most recent passport photograph where I look like a terrorist. And I plug that into this AI thing, and it gives you like a bunch of things like astronaut, like I used on the first Omega in Space video. If you haven't seen that, please go watch that. My 7-minute film about my experience at the Omega Boutique and how beautiful and wonderful. I wish I could mention all the wonderful people that were there, but I was instructed. No, Reynald said don't. Reynald said don't talk about the people or show the people in my store. The only thing I got to do was the handshake with the GM, who was fabulous. What a wonderful experience. I want to thank them again. It was terrific. Where was I going with that? I don't remember. Who knows? Who cares? No, can't remember what I was talking about. So yeah, the AI thing, that's where the astronaut comes from. And I just basically go into Photoshop and cut it out and paste myself with a bunch of cats because, that's what I do. That's what I do. Steve Mac 3 is here. Hello to my fellow Brasher Broads. What's up, Brash? What's up, Brash? Steve Zalitsky. And your can of mace. Yes, indeed, sir. Do I have it right here? Where is my... It's probably in my bag. Oh, no, it's right here. This was given to me by a cop friend. This is the best one because you just slide your finger in. It's not like the old style. We have to pull it. You just hold it like this, and you can just slide. Your finger just slides in. I'm not afraid to use it. God damn it. Not afraid at all. Not afraid at all. Not afraid at all. Daniel Gutierrez is in here. What are you saying? Allegedly, they changed Phil's last name from Leonardo to Leotardo. Oh, is that right? He was originally Phil Leonardo. I re-binged The Sopranos more than once because it's so great. So great. Dean says, Dirk, when you do the live stream with Sheen, he is your GPS. He will take you to all the good bars. I know, but that's not my shtick. My shtick. Is this some kind of a bot going on here? Do I have my first bot of my career? Web 1 with some kind of very interesting thing. That's very interesting. It's very interesting. I don't know what that means exactly. Ray says, Kevin, Dirks keep freezing on my laptop. Now watching on my phone, no problems. I don't know. Am I going out in 4K? It could be that. Ooh. Because StreamYard is just done everything. They've just upgraded everything, and they could have done that, and I hope that they didn't. Melly C says it's quid. Well, I know that because the Irish used to call it quid when we had punt and quid. It's tree quid. Joe LaFaro knows I was saying a little dabble to you. It's Pearl Cream. She says dippity doo. Jocelyn, you're so funny because my mom used to wear dippity doo. She had Joy Bonjean Patou. I remember that in a Louis Sherry box. She had her box of dippity doo with her daily Brill cream. You guys know. I think that's the correct spelling too. Brill cream. What's going on here? I'm very curious as to what that is. Anybody? Those aren't Japanese though. What is that? Korean? Forgive me for not knowing. Dave Fahrenheit 451. He knows too. There's no way for me to highlight that and go see on the web, but that'll probably get all kinds of bugs on my channel. I don't want to do it. It's Thursday. Are you feeling trashy? So I guess the big question is, what's the trashiest thing you've ever done? What's the trashiest? Welcome to the Pleasure Dome. It's an amazing sounding record. Amazing. Scotty H's Preparation H. You know what's an old-time model secret is Preparation H under your eyes because they did too much cocaine last night because they were out drinking, carousing, and all that hoo-ha. How can the man that killed the mafia lose his New York apartment and all his belonging, including 27 watches to 2 women he just got angry with? Must be Democrat witch hunt. It's a witch hunt of some kind. I mean, he's done some really stupid shit. I mean, there's no way to not say that Rudy Giuliani didn't lose his mind entirely. And he has. And it's a shame because he was America's mayor. The guy was, I will go to my grave saying, man, my time in New York when Rudy Giuliani was mayor I was so proud to be a New Yorker, so happy to live in this town. It was safe and clean. And, he just put people in line. He was a tough nut. I think he just lost his marbles. But that's the new thing. You can't even look what happened to, it's not a left-right thing because look what happened to Andrew Cuomo, who was a Democrat. And he didn't do anything. He put his arm on a woman and he was removed from office. And the guy was a terrific governor, did an amazing job. Other than, listen, people shouldn't blame anybody for COVID, and that includes, Donald Trump and all that stuff, because, that was an unprecedented event in human history. What did they do during the plague? You know what they did? Everybody died. I kind of feel that we got vaccines and stuff pushed through the government very, very fast. We watched the daily updates in New York with Andrew Cuomo. It was every single morning at 7 a.m. and it went on for 2 hours. And they talked about all the updates, all the things, what you should do, what you shouldn't do. And it was terrific. And he was great. And, I grew up in a town with the Trumps and the Cuomos. So, I knew them both my whole life. I didn't know Donald personally, met him several times, but the Cuomos, I went to school with all of them. I went to school with Madeline was a couple of years older than me. I was like Chris was like a year below me. We all went to Immaculate Conception School in Jamaica States. So and their dad was an amazing dude, amazing guy. And it's a witch hunt for everybody, the left and the right. They're all out to get each other. That's why I hate the two-party system. It's absolute garbage. And then you have people like Jill Stein, who's just going to ruin an election by taking votes away. That's never going to go anywhere. But I agree. It's a shame. It's a real shame about him, John Doe. It's very, very sad to me that, how the mighty have fallen. And he was great. He was a terrific guy. Could have been a great president in his day. Could have been a great, I would have voted for him in a heartbeat. And here's you want to hear my dirty secret? Because everybody thinks, listen, I'm very moderate. I became a voting age when Rudolph Giuliani was running for mayor. So I registered, and I was a registered Republican for a very, very long time because that's the guy I wanted to vote for. I've never voted down a party line in my life because that's just stupidity. But I voted for him for sure. And people are like, oh my God, everybody's like, I have left friends, I have right friends. And they're like, you were a what? I'm like, yeah, it's not a dirty secret. What I'm curious to say what this is. And Dean, do you speak whatever language that is? I wish I knew. Is it Japanese? It's very beautiful, though. I love when they do that with the calligraphy brush. It's amazing. Andy M likes being a dirty secret. It suits you. I love these little icons you have. They're super duper cute. Bodum, Melly C nailed it. That's what it was. Wow, it's amazing. That's amazing. Dean says, Daniel at Who is Web One? Is this the Chinese version of Paul Thorpe? It's very interesting. Never seen that on the show, and there's lots of them. I don't know. I mean, it's fun. So of course, Terracore. Did I not give you the Big Bang Boom before? I feel like I didn't. Oh my God, I owe you. Hold on. I didn't. I was like, oh man. Did Paul enjoy doing the first Omega in Space video with you? He looked proper dapper. Thanks. It's funny that you all knew that was him, because he doesn't make very many appearances on this show, but it's true. Yeah, he did. First of all, he's an amazing photographer, so I wanted him to just set up the shots that I was in, and I've used very little of that. But yeah, he had a great time. I mean, it was really cool. I mean, we were invited, I was invited to the Omega shop when it was closed by the GM. You had to go through Switzerland for me to go in there with a camera. And, we talked about a bunch of stuff. We had such a great conversation about the future of Omega, where Omega's going. It's my favorite brand, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. Speedies, of course, being my favorite thing in the whole wide world, other than animals. And so yeah, he loved it. We had the run of the place. He got some amazing still shots, and they made us coffee and they offered us lots of stuff. They were extremely gracious. So yeah, we had a really, really good time. And then we spent the afternoon just walking around. It was Columbus Day, which is now like everybody wants to pull that holiday off the calendar because he was a barbarian. Everybody was a barbarian. We sucked. I mean, we were like slaughtering people like for religion, and like, the Crusades were the worst. And then there was just slaughter battlegrounds everywhere. I mean, everywhere you walk around in New York, this is the site of this battle, and this is the site of this battle. It's like in the name of England, in the name of the new states, the Confederates, just crazy shit. People owned slaves, and oh my God, it's just, we've evolved. Haven't we all evolved? People sucked. People absolutely sucked. He did. And I'll give you for that. Let's go £5. £5. Cowbell. Softcore to recall, yeah. Web1, I find translation machine on hold. Machine hold on. Okay, are you going to do it? Oh, good. That's cool, though, isn't it? It's a mystery. It's a mystery to find out who that is. I have no idea. Dean says, Carolyn Martin, we need wrench powers. Well, I have a wrench. Do I need to get rid of somebody? I don't know. I'm intrigued by this. I don't know what it is. It's fun. Gang of Four. I Love a Man in Uniform. Remember that tune? That's unbelievable. Absolutely unbelievable. Unbelievable. It could be a Web1 virus, Dirk. What is a Web1 virus? But they're actually saying your name there. Didn't they say, look at that? Web1 at Dean, thumbs up. I don't know. Somebody's just goofing around. Right? It's got to be. Aquanet was really big in my day. Where did I just see a can of Aquanet? It was on a show I think I was watching, but let me tell you something. When I was doing the heavy metal thing, we were not a hairspray band ourselves, even though our hair was really, really long. Man, when I opened up for Poison in like 89 or whenever that was, it was one of our early shows. Well, not really so early. We were around for a while. We opened up for Poison, and Bret Michaels was a total douche. I have never seen. It was like we were in an Aquanet warehouse, because they're backstage at this place we played with them called Sundance. They were on their way up. Talk dirty. Terrible band, except for C.D. DeVille, who's a really nice guy and a really great guitar player. But you wouldn't know it. There was about 2 cases of Aquanet all over the place, because they were just like Steel Panther. If you've ever seen that parody band, Steel Panther, hilarious. They used a lot of stuff. Of course, Bret would take his hair is attached to his hat. Okay, it was before the cowboy hat. It's really, 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 really funny shit. Where am I? I'm missing some stuff, because this web thing is actually causing a little bit of an issue. So this is fascinating. I actually have some interruptions in my chat here. Like, I have chats that are blacked out. Did I get some kind of cuckoo? It's a virus from China. It's crazy. I want to click on things and they go black, which is very, very, very strange. Okay. Happy says Rudy got Trump derangement syndrome. I don't know what happened. And I think, listen, I people get old and they start babbling and they start doing crazy stuff. And did you see the Borat movie, the second Borat movie, where that was terrible? And I don't like Sacha Baron Cohen anymore, except he's very, very good in this new Kate Blanchett thing. I always forget. It's not called Deranged or Details. It's called Discretion. It's about a woman who takes a lover in Italy, and he winds up drowning, and then it ruins her whole life. And Sacha Baron Cohen plays her husband, who had no idea, and he's very good in it. I think he's a good actor. He was in Les Miserables too. Just as a person, he just seems like a dick to me. Yeah, so where was I going with that? I don't remember. See, I lost my mind, just like Rudy Giuliani did. Really crazy can happen. Dr. Bob's Nightmare. Dirk, is Timmy moderating the chat? No, Timmy's doing his. Isn't Timmy live right now? Do I need to get rid of somebody? Tell me what I need to do here. There's something. Not virus. LO. Oh, says not virus. I knew fan from China. Okay, hello. Nice to meet you. I mean, we never saw anything like that. It's very interesting. Careful, Dirk. We are telling you. Okay, hold on. Gene, and that's, let's see. Maybe Web1 sell Gallery Of Bashtards. Oh yeah, you want to do that just to prove your worth? Web1, send an email to let us know that you're a part of the gallery. New fan from China. What's your favorite watch, Web1? Why don't you tell me what your favorite watches are? Interesting. Very fascinating. John Doe, I held my phone up to the TV screen and Googled it, translated it, read, oh, I am from China. Okay. Hello. Jocelyn, the first chat, I'm from China. Okay. Look, you guys all cracked it. Okay. I'm not anything, dude. I'm not. I'm a registered independent. I vote for the right person for the job. I don't subscribe to anything really lefty or really righty. I just do not. Because it's too crazy. People are nuts. What's the point of being too far left or too far right? It's just sad because I see it. And it also makes, I like to go to a party or a dinner party and not get into a whole political debate. I don't mind a nice, serious chat over a libation about the future of the world, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. But, it just can get really stupid. Dr. Bob's Nightmares here. He says, Curly, Aquanet smells like grandpa. Like grandma. That's a funny thing. John Doe says it's sad talking about Giuliani as came to this considering the great things he did, the mafia at one. Yeah, I mean, he cleaned it all up. I mean, people don't realize what that guy did. He accomplished an incredible amount of stuff. And it's really, really sad because he just disintegrated. Here's the problem. It's like knowing when to retire, when like bands that should hang it up and stop. They should just stop. Politicians, like Joe Biden, those guys should have just known when to say, dude, I'm past my expiration date. It's time for me to move on. It should absolutely be that. It should 1,000,000% be that. Dr. Bob's Nightmare says, my grandpa was a quarter Kazakh. Borat was filmed entirely in Romania. Just saying. Chen Kui. I think it's time for everybody's favorite part of the show, don't you? That is called the Gallery of Bashtards, and it goes something like this. The Gallery of Bashtards. Send me the shots, the sublime, the absurd. The Gallery of Bashtards. You share them with me, and I share with the world. You share them with me, and I share with the world. This is Ray Ray right here. Why does this look like it's from filmed in a concentration camp and you're the liberators? What the fuck is this? This looks really old, Ray Ray, and I know that you're not that. Look at this. This looks like it's from the 40s. And it says Ledge. There he is. Right there. I thought you were going to send us like hot Ray Ray in a sexy uniform. Instead, this is like a military parade. There he is. Can't tell, but I'm sure you look handsome and dapper. You should run this through. If this photograph is blurry like that in real life, Ray San, you should immediately use one of those AI programs, man. You can't believe what they can do. It's nuts. It's absolutely nuts. Ladies and gentlemen, Ray in uniform. I want a close-up. I want like something from way back and from yesteryear that looks great, like up close. JDMTL says, where's Big Dragon, man? Dragon! Thank you so much for the $2.79 Canadian. Thank you, kind sir. Let's give you a cowbell. Thank you so much. Who do we got? We got Andrew Wolkowicz, and we got a little bit of Olive. What's going on with Olive? She's looking so cute and sweet right there. Hello, darling. Hello, our darling. She's the youngin' of his pack. She's 18, and he's got two 29-year-old cats. Which, by the way, I think Ray is. I think Andrew is in the Guinness Book of World Records. I'm pretty sure of that, because that's quite an achievement at this point in the game. It's great. That's why it's all about the cats. Because you know what? Cats will tame your wild heart, your crazy right or your left heart, Humanity first, animals first, people first. Stop all the nonsense. Put out the fires. Nobody cares. It's all so boring. Look at you. That's happiness in a cup right there. Oh, Timmy's gone dark. What do you mean he's gone dark? No problems in the chat, Dirk. I'm just worried that Timmy. Where is he? Where is it? What happened to him? He doesn't really. He moderates. He doesn't really moderate my show. I mean, he's got a wrench from way back when, and I don't know. Is he? What do you mean he's gone dark? Has he not got? Is he didn't show up for a show? Is that what's happening out there? Oh boy, the plot thickens. Steve McLeod, Oris Aquis date upcycle. Let's have a look at that. Nice. That's a great looking watch, man. Perfect for you. Look at that. And you look like you got a meaty man wrist there. Send us your wrist shots, kids, cats and jammers. Cats and jammers. That's a great looking watch, man. That's pretty. Oris doesn't get enough love. It's a beautiful brand, beautiful stuff. It's not a shitter in any way, shape, or form. I love the clouds. I got clouds on my wristwatch, clouds in my wrist, clouds in my Orison. That's beautiful, man. Great shot. Nice loafers. Thank you, kiddo. That looks great. That's Steve McLeod. Then who's next up? Mr. Handsome Joe LaFaro with his tutor. More manscaping. I got a couple of emails about that. Because you said, oh my God. I can tell because, I got hairy paws too. And I know it. I don't do it anymore though. But who doesn't like a hirsute, man? What's wrong with that? It's the difference. Look at that. It looks perfect on you. Great looking timepiece. Nice shirt. He's a snazzy dresser. Our handsome Joe LaFaro. Look at this. This coffee was so good, and it's still hot in this cup, still warm. And when did I make this? I made this at like 10 to 5. It's like an hour ago. Look at that. It's great. Classic. Tutors are really super duper cool. Really, really, really cool. Looks great on you. Send more pics, Joe LaFaro. We love to get pics from you. Fantastic. Joe LaFaro. Boom, boom. Then we have Angelo Minikilo, possibly your perfect license plate. Let's see what this is. Hold on, let me get rid of these so I can get this going. Oh, this is great. How unbelievable is that? Ontario, Canada. Kimbo 1. Yeah, I love me some Kimbo. I'm off the Kimbo right now because I'm drinking the incomparable Drew B brew, which I've been making French presses and stuff. This was an espresso I made because I have those. I'm able to finagle my own pods in my Nespresso machine. But I do love my Kimbo, and I love the Neapolitan espresso blend. But that's a great one. Kimbo 1. Kimbo sent me one. Remember that when Kimbo sent me they sent me like almost a half a case of coffee. I didn't remember I was talking about Kimbo. I was like, oh, I discovered Kimbo. I never knew about it before. And I got an email. We saw your show. Like, I don't know if they have an algorithm. And they sent me a bunch. And I was like, I love it. It's great. I talked about it on the show. Never heard from them again. Really crazy. I love that, Angelo. Thank you, buddy. I would like a Kimbo license, but if I drove, which I don't. Melly C. Eminem dropping chili. Oh, look at that. Cats will always find the heat source. Always, always, always. Look at her. Mindy. Oh, I know. Laverne liked the back of the couch, the top of the couch, because that's where the radiator was behind it. You guys have those tall, thin heaters in the UK. We have like we used to have the steam ones, which was great because you never got a dry nose in the winter because it was, it was like vaporizing. It was lovely. Now we have these low baseboard ones, but the heat would come up and she would love the back of the couch. It was her favorite spot in the wintertime. I miss all that. Beautiful lady. Mindy. The 2 in a row, the same. Oh, Mork. Yeah, they got to find a little spot. Look at that. Oh, Mork. What are you doing down there? Oh, the stretch out because you woke him up. And he does the paw thing. That's when you know your cats love you, when they let you disturb their sleep. Look at the long shot. Oh, that's cute. I would say that red's his color for sure. Oh, thanks, you guys. Fantastic. Fantastic. Look at you guys. The Mork and Mindy Show, ladies and gentlemen. Fantastic. We love them. Thanks, Melly and Andy. Always, always, always. Steve McLeod, speedy bike shot. Oh, that's always good. Thanks for I love all you motorcyclists, man, with all the cool motorcycles that you all have. And you got some pretty heavy duty hogs, bro hams. That was amazing. How many ladies out there like motorcycling? Look at that. Oh, you got a Bark and Jack strap. Look at that. You got one of Adrian's straps on there. That looks great. He does have nice straps. I don't own one, but I've seen them and they're very, very nice. Quality channel, quality guy. And yeah. And that's a great look. And I love that color. Yeah, that Speedy looks great. Looks fantastic. Perfect fit on you too. Tire with a Y. So Irish, so British. It's great. Tires. Hey, James M. iBashers streaming in Saint de Cap Ferrat. Look at that. Oh, man. We're also, you ready to get jealous, gang? You ready to get jealous? Here you go. It's time to get jealous. Here you go. Ready? Look where he is in the south of France. Oh, man. Oh, Chevitz, man. This is not fair. Oh, man. So my cousin-in-law is moving to the south of France. And she's just decided she's going to work remotely. And she's going to live not too far from Cap de Frat. And, she's going to be able to go to Nice and all those amazing places. I think Marseille is the closest place. Look at this. Why not? Oh, man. Save me a baguette, kid. Look at this. Yo, man. Look at this. Beautiful. James M., I'm so jealous of you right now. How fantastic. Look at that. Oh, hey, you're watching the show. Oh, that was the show where I was wearing the hat. It was freezing in here. Right before it was 85 degrees, it was like 40 degrees because that's New York. New York City does that. Crazy, huh? Well, look at this. That's hilarious. I'm making a grimacy face. There's Dean on the screen. That's hilarious. That's hilarious. Wow. I hope you're having the best time ever, man. You deserve it. James M. Fantastic. Thank you, James. And Vitali, Gallery of Bashtards, time for lunch. Oh, with the one that started it all. This is the watch. Listen, this is the watch that everybody gets into the life. This is the one. It's the one. And you got the red. Look at that. Red one. Look at that. Beautiful. Is this the manual? Is this the automatic or is this the quartz? My father-in-law has the quartz, and that's become very desirable because it was the very first one. They had the quartz out before they had the automatic. It's great. I have to get one of these because it's just the one that started it out for everybody. Such a perfect watch. Such a great watch. Looks perfect on you too. Savor those. They really jumped up. People are really collecting them. It's the very first. It's the golden eye and lace and leather, golden eye with a red line. It's a great looking. Great. And I'm not in love with the newer ones. The whole ceramic thing is just not my thing. It's just too big and gummy. That's beautiful. I love this one. I love it. Thanks, kiddo. Fantastic. And Ray. Oh, and there it is. Passing out in the parade. We got a couple of minutes left. If anybody's got some more gallery, I'll read some of the texts and some of the things you're saying. Should I be worried about that? Where's let me make sure I got all the super chats gone. So I've gone to recall. Webb sent a £2 super chat. I'm a super fan. Well, thanks so much. Welcome to the nice to meet you. JDMT, always Big Dragon. I don't know if I got to you before, and if I did, I apologize. If I didn't, he has more cowbell. 27. Very curious to know what that is. This is my sister. That's a gorgeous watch. Who makes it? Which one's a gorgeous watch? Oh, it's Oris. Beautiful. Yeah, that was an Oris. Check out the huts in the backgrounds. Pretty basic accommodations, like something out of The Great Escape. That's a great movie, The Great Escape. It's one of the best ever. John Duff says, Ray, my nephew's done with initial training in Athlon, and he's earlier this year in March, and he's already been to Lebanon from late July. Yeah, that's no fun. Is Timmy traveling to LA? Is Tim getting a divorce? What's going on here? This isn't the show for that. We don't do that here. Oops, wrong channel there. You knew it. Love you, Dirk. Love you right back, JDMTO. We don't do the Real Housewives, the real wristwatches of YouTube. We don't do that here. We could do it privately. Dean says he's got the same Omega. Yeah, it's a great one. Dr. Bob's Nightmare says creeping into bushes. First of all, I don't know if anybody. I've never been to the south of France. I've been to France a couple of times. I've never been. It's always Paris. I'd like to see a couple of things. I'd like to see Normandy. I'd like to see what is that? The Castle Saint Michel. I'd like to see a lot of stuff, and I'd love to see Nice and go over the border and go to Monaco and all that stuff. And then you could just keep on going to Italy, and that's pretty great. It would be fun to do. Yeah, it would be great. Yeah, it's really funny. I'm getting these things where I go to click on one of your chats and it just disappears on me, and I don't know what that is. I've never seen that before. And yeah, you said I had a little bit of. Did anybody else experience any kind of chugging, wugging, or wickedness? I hope not. But there's like a whole bunch on the side here. When I go click on them, they just won't. They won't go on. I don't know what that is. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. John Doe says, thanks, Ray Ray. They're due back in December, but for some reason to do with flights, they're until January. Okay. Dean says, anybody else have one of those original Seamasters, the Golden Eyes? They used to be so cheap, man. You get them for like two bills. I don't think you can anymore. I think it's completely gone. I think it's totally, completely and utterly gone. Like the Reduced, like my Reduced, they've gone up like crazy. They used to be $1,500. Now they're like $3-4 grand, which is nice. I mean, I'm never going to get rid of it. But you know, I have no thing. But I do want the first Omega in space. I really do. But I'll do it the hard way. I'll go work the corner with the cats and stay away out of the way of Officer Krupke. And I asked the GM of the Omega store, and he said there's about 100 people on the list. He says, but we could probably do something. So maybe sometime next year. It's the most beautiful watch I've ever seen. Honestly, it's as you guys know, the 60th anniversary Speedmaster based on the CK2915 is my absolute favorite watch of all time, but it isn't anymore. This thing is way more beautiful, and it is really due to the fact that it's got that sapphire crystal on it. And I'm just going to keep calling that until everyone does. It's the most beautiful thing. When you look at the dial through it, it just diffuses the light, and it's got all of the distortion, but it's a tank. It's really good. So it's so worth taking a look if you haven't been to the store to check one out. It's absolutely gorgeous. Absolutely. Oh, Web One's favorite is a Panda Daytona. How appropriate. I have a friend of mine who went to Chengdu. I hope that I'm saying that correctly. And to find out about the pandas. And he went there and he had a great time. And they stayed at the Grand Hyatt, or one of the fancy Hyatts. Beautiful, beautiful place. Got to meet all the pandas. Got to sit and feed them bamboo and stuff like that. Very, very interesting. Yeah. I like this. I'm not a virus. LOL. I'm a new fan from China. Thanks so much. That's good to know. Timmy made all the Super Smackers members only. Lucky I'm a member. Yeah, I don't know about any of that stuff. I stay away from all that stuff. I know all about it. Angelo Minichello says that his dad used to use I have Brill Cream in my bathroom right as we speak, because I like Brill Cream. Because when I like to do the businessman haircut, like the heavy duty part, and I use a little bit of Brill Cream, and it's really cool. It works really great, but it's a little bit on the greasy side, really on the greasy side, Dave Fahrenheit 451 is always a fountain of knowledge. Says the 1918 pandemic mandated isolation, mask wearing, and more restrictions than 2020. Well, when you think about it, first of all, when we had all these plagues, nothing was international. There was no communication, no major travel. It took weeks and weeks and weeks to get anywhere, months to get to the New World. But when everybody just dropped dead from the Black Death, everybody just dropped dead. There's nothing you could do. You'd have somebody with a powdered thing over their face, and they'd be throwing lime on dead bodies all over the streets. And it must have been mayhem, absolute mayhem. But we had a really great system considering what happened. That, every day we were informed, we knew what was going on. I wore a mask on. I didn't have a problem with it. I wore a mask on an airplane because I went to Italy, and we had to wear masks on the plane, and it was okay. It was okay. It wasn't so bad. People were complaining, it's against my civil rights, got to wear a mask. Yeah, it's either that or be dead, I don't know. I never understood the complaining about that stuff. But, sometimes people are super duper 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 douchey. Joe LaFaro with 1999 balloons. Great show, Joe LaFaro. Handsome Joe LaFaro. Send more pictures, Joe LaFaro. Let's see more of your world. You got great watches. You got great style. You're a handsome bloke. Let's see it. Let's share with the world. You share it with me, and I'll share with the world. Make a super chat. Danny Gutierrez says ETA for a bash together with us in New York City. I don't know. When I get all the details, we'll make it happen. Hey, it's James N. Happy to be catching the show live. Oh, you in the south of France having the best time ever. That's amazing. That's absolutely incredible. Where is that? Where are those? Son Cap de Ferrat. Look at that crap. This is where he is right now. Let's out him. Thank you so much, Joe. That was so sweet of you. You're the sweetest guy in the whole wide world. That's where he is. That's where James M is right now, looking spiffy in his panerai. Look at that. Look at. I also got to say, can I make a comment? James has. I'd love to see his suiting because James always has the perfect, absolute perfect sleeve length, cuff length, and beautiful, beautiful fabrics. Look at that. Michaela and I were commenting on how gorgeous his coordination is. Look at this little pattern here going on here. Fantastic. I love a pattern. I don't know if I'm, seven. I'm a 7.27 inch wrist. I don't know if I could pull off a panerai. I just don't know because I've never actually physically tried one on. I've just always admired them from afar, but it's great to see you in the room. You're trying to find the quartz 36. Yeah, good luck. It's hard to find. You know what? I'll be on the lookout for you, Vasilios. I'll go on the lookout. I'm on Chrono all the time. I'm always, because people are always asking me to go look for certain things that they're looking for. And I love doing the legwork. I love it. I love searching for, I go on the internet every single day looking to find the original formula for M7 that doesn't cost $700. But it's not working anymore. I used to be able to do it. It's over. So even though I'm all Habit Rouged out now, thank you, Jocelyn, and everybody who came along for that Saks Fifth Avenue day. That was a great day. Man, I forgot. I used to wear Habit Rouge years ago, and then I was an M7 guy for like 20 years. And it's just, I can't afford it anymore. It's just ridiculous. And I'm not going to pay that kind of money. And I'm not going to give, Tom Ford sold his company to Estee Lauder, and I don't like his fragrances anyway. I liked when he worked for Gucci, and it's so incomprehensible to me that 50 mil can cost $300, $400. That just seems crazy to me. It's just not right. It's just not, it should, like $150. Okay. Back in the day when I used to buy M7, it was $70, $80 from Yves Saint Laurent. I would walk into Bergdorf or Saks Fifth Avenue or Yves Saint Laurent, and it was $70. It's terrible. It's terrible but I will. You want the 36 quartz version? Yeah, we'll go see that. Dean says buy one of the First and Megan says, yeah, well, I definitely will. That's definitely going to be something I want to get. I totally want to get it. Melly C says stunning and timeless. You know it, lady. Just send a pic. Where is it? I'm waiting for it. 602. I don't see it yet. Is it taking a minute to come in? Inbox. Let's go to inbox. Waiting. Show's not over yet. I'll wait. Web one with £2. China, I like your channel. I know Sheen's channel too. Well, thank you so much. Let's give you, where is everybody's favorite? That's £2. £2. Thank you very much for that. We'll give you cowbell. Oh. £2 is like $4. Let's face it, it's double. It's double, God damn it. Time flows. Great show, Mr. Kennedy, sir. Oh, thanks. Time flies. Well, listen, it's your show. I just host it. I just come in here every day and I just riff off of what you guys have to say and do. And I love everybody who comes in here. We have the best thing. I don't have the biggest channel in the whole wide world, man. Quality over quantity every single day. And it's my absolute pleasure. It really is. So tomorrow we'll be doing a walkabout. Anybody, if you want to throw your suggestions in the hat, and I didn't get it yet, Joe LaFaro. I'm looking at my screen. I have two screens here. So because of me not using StreamYard means no guests, which sucks because that would be fun to have guests. I love doing guests while I'm doing walkabouts. Here's Dr. Bob's Nightmare. Dr. Bob got me a new one. Screenshot. Ooh, he's got a very attractive looking G-Shock. That's cool. Color. That color is very cool. Oh. I mean, it might as well be that. Lord. I mean, seriously. That's amazing. I mean, I hate Nautiluses too. I think they're ugly and stupid. I don't like them, and it's just a square Nautilus that I don't like it. This is better. It's a G-Shock. It's better. It's really good. Still didn't get one. Joe LaFar says just send a pic. I'm waiting. I'm not closing out the show till I get the picture. That's it. Because you share with me and I share with the world. Andy M. I went to the Statue of Liberty. You know what happened? I did a whole walkabout there. Oh shit. Okay, wait. I know I'm so bad. I'm so bad. You know what? You know what? I'm going to send this to you and Melly C. Okay. So look where I went. I went to, it's green, so you can always see it. I went to the Statue of Liberty the other day. I was going to do a contest, and I never did it. And I said, I'll get one souvenir from the Statue of Liberty, and I will send it to you guys. So you know what? That's it. This is it. I have your address because I've sent you stuff before. This is going in tomorrow morning. I'm going to take this, and I'm sorry, Andrew, I suck. I still owe you the bell. Ready for this? This will be the very last time you'll ever hear this on the show. The original Super Chat bell officially going to Andrew Wolkowicz in Canada. It'll be the very last time you ever hear it on the show because I've got all the other bells and whistles now. And I'll send this to you guys because I never did it before. I was going to do a contest and I never really, Dean said, don't ring it. Too late. Too late. Here's Joe LaFaro. Okay, here we go. Fantastic. Oh, yeah. Oh, boy. Oh, man. That's the way to do it. Look at that. The unmanscaped version of Joe LaFaro. I like it better. Look at that. Oh, this version of this, man. That is a sexy beast. I'm telling you right now. That's the one for me, too. You know what? Now that, oh God, I love this version. This is amazing. The chrono version of this is just sex on a stick. This thing. Wow. I'm going to go on chrono right after this and go, I wonder what these are going for nowadays. It's a great looking watch. Amazing looking watch. Amazing. Wow. Great shot, Joe. Thank you so much. Guys, that's the show for today. Thank you so much for everybody who popped in. Thanks for all if you have, listen, let's do it this way. First of all, let's talk about the beautiful people at Patreon. Other than you beautiful people who show up every day and super chat and give me all the support you have. These are my beautiful, beautiful patrons. Thank you so much. If you have any suggestions, conversations, and or pictures, please send them to basherdirk@gmail.com. That's basherdirk@gmail.com. Share with me, I share with the world, or just general inquisitories. Or if you have ideas for tomorrow's show and where you want me to go, I'd be very, very happy. Wait, Dave Noah's got a show. Hold on. Here's Dave. I don't want to miss it. If you send me a picture, I won't close the show out until afterwards. I love this hot mess. My Florida. Oh, does it say myflorida.com? The Sunshine State. Ford of Kendall. Look at that. What kind of car is this? Is that a Land Rover? What is that thing? Can't tell what that is. What does that say? Oh, it says Ford. Amazing. Hot mess. Is that your plate? Or was that the girl at the stoplight in front of you? Thanks, Dave. If you have any suggestions, you want to forward them on to me anytime you want. 24 hours a day, I'm at your service. My name is Dirk, and this is iBashers. I'll be doing the super duper walkabout yesterday. Let me know where you want me to go, and I will do that. I'm your humble servant. Guys, remember to hold the door open. Remember to say please and thank you. And remember, if you encounter unkindness, you can't always know what that person's going through. Give them the benefit of the doubt. You don't know. They could be a really, really good person or else a